All right, it started.
Now we rolling. Now we rolling. Yo, I
Yeah, yeah,
appreciate you, bro. All right,
yeah. Nah,
so you watching?
it's all love, bro. I appreciate you for reaching out to me.
I say I appreciate you, bro, because I had a couple other pros come on here, a couple other guys come on here. I interviewed Caden Lipsy. He's from Queens. Will Raymond.
Okay.
Cass. A couple players. But I'm trying to like definitely get my. I'm trying to have my podcast. I want my shit to take over. But I've been doing this for a year now.
All right, that's what's up, bro.
Before I had like a studio location where I was able to record for people to come in, but I'm working on that though. But now
Right,
I'm
right,
just
right.
doing it on Zoom.
Listen, man, I
Yeah.
support anybody trying to do anything to better themselves, bro. You feel me? So, whatever.
Let's get. So let me know you right when you really want to get to it. Let me
Yeah,
know you
nah,
ready.
you
You ready?
whenever you ready, I'm ready.
All right. So you watching Strictly Basketball Podcast, episode 22. I got a special guest, so introduce yourself, tell the world, tell the people who are you. I got started with basketball and where you from.
Yeah, man, Julius Coles, East Harlem, New York. You know what I mean? Blair Academy alum, Canisius alum. Been professional for 12 years and counting now.
I
Man, yeah,
appreciate you. I
the journey
appreciate you.
got started real young, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It got started real young.
All right, so
Um,
take me to like where it all started. Like I know you got a journey. I know you got a
yeah,
story
so
for sure.
I was really like a outside kid, bro. You know what I mean? Like I was just hooping in the park all the time. And it was these three brothers that lived upstairs from me. And they all played for Riverside. So they always saw me outside and was like, yo, you need to try to, come to Riverside, see if you could hoop in Riverside.
Jason
And
had the door. They had doors. Like you come from an era like you like Jason Wingate went there. You got Momo Jones. You know Momo from Harlem.
yeah,
Shout out to
yeah, Momo
Momo.
the homie.
Yeah,
But
I'm trying to get Momo too.
word, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna have to hit him up for you and tell him to pull up.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, basically like finish. You were saying.
Yeah, so yeah, so they was at Riverside. They told me, they always saw me outside hooping, so they like, yo, you need to pull up to Riverside. So I'm like, all right, just let me know when the tryouts are. So I went to tryouts, me and my best friend at the time, and I might have been about maybe like 10, and I went there and I was cooking. I ain't gonna lie, like I didn't know
You
nothing
know
at
the
that time. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I was just straight street ball. So I'm in there throwing it through kids' legs, like just going crazy. And the coach ended up picking me on the team. My best friend didn't get picked. And I was rocking with Riverside for a second, and then we had a tournament and Roberto Clemente and my mom's
That's in
pulled
the
up.
VX. That's the VX.
Yeah, 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 facts. And my mom's pulled up, but it was a bunch of kids playing ahead of me that had, they had been playing for Riverside for a minute. They was kids that was ranked at a young age, and so they was getting a lot of the playing time. So my mom's wasn't really feeling that. And before the game was over, she like, "Yo, come on, we leaving." And then that was really it for a minute. And then
So Riverside. So Riverside. This is your first organized team ever or not?
yeah, yeah, that was my first organized team ever.
You know to play for Riverside, like you gotta have a name, you gotta be nice. Because most people that go for Riverside trial don't make the team, but the order to play for Riverside, you gotta be nice. The Riverside had a lot of hitters.
Yeah, now
Andre
that's a fact.
Barrett,
Yeah, they
Jason
had a bunch of
Wayne,
dudes.
Kiki, Keegan Clark, Kiki went to St. Peter's. Yeah,
Right,
Riverside
facts.
had the hitters.
Yeah, Kiki the OG. So
Yeah, so
yeah, I was like, I wasn't really known in the city like that. You know what I mean? I was just like I said, a kid who played outside. It was three brothers that lived upstairs that really had bigger names than me. And they was trying to give me an opportunity. And then after that, I kind of didn't play AAU at all. I started going to the boys club on the east side, which is on 111th between what's that first and
yeah,
second.
I hooped in that gym before Mad Time.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So I started going there, and I played for the boys club team. We started traveling to some tournaments, and it was me. I don't know if you know Scott Machado. He's from Queens.
I just got in charge with the
Yeah,
Iona. He played the
yeah, yeah,
Iona. He
yeah,
got
yeah.
active a
Facts,
little
facts.
bit.
So me and him was kind of rocking out on the boys club team at a couple tournaments, and then from there I went away to school, so I ended up going to boarding school in Massachusetts. So this is seventh grade. So I left the city in seventh grade at 13, went to a boarding school in Massachusetts called the Fessenden School, and was hooping there. And it was an adjustment, man. You know, being from the
So
east side of
basically,
Harlem.
yeah. So basically, you had to be a man. So you had to be a man at a young age for going away to boarding school at seventh grade. You was like 12, 13.
Yeah,
So
12,
basically,
13.
you had to take on a man role at a young age.
Yeah, now that's a fact, bro. You know, it was like you said, I just had to be real independent. You know what I mean? You got to wake up, you got to do your own laundry, you got to get dressed for school. Like, you know, you got advisors and all that, but for the most part, it's like you kind of finding your way. And then, you know, that's a completely different world than what we used to in terms of just, you know, growing up on the east side and you know what that's like being from the P's. So, you know, it was a big adjustment that I had to make
You know how it
at a
is
young
growing up in the
age.
hood. And I know how it is growing up in the hood. I grew up in Harlem my whole life.
Right, right.
My pops and Joel, they was cool, good friends. So I seen the whole Dipset era growing up, the whole G Unit era. I'm 24. I was
Oh,
born in
okay.
2000.
Okay,
I
yeah.
seen a
So you're a
whole
youngin.
I'm only 24. I just turned 24, so
Right.
I seen a whole early 2000s. I've been to Rucker games when they had Terror Squad, Fat
Okay.
Joe. Rucker
Okay,
was
yeah,
on tip
yeah, yeah.
back. Yeah,
Right,
so I
right.
seen a lot. Yeah, so
Okay.
is that what you were saying?
Yeah, so then I was you know, I was playing on my school team and I had some dudes from like from the Boston area that was going to my school and they kind of put me on to they put me on to their AAU team. So I was playing a little travel basketball out there along with going to school in Massachusetts. And you know, I was doing my you know how we are, bro. When you from New York, you think you better than everybody. So I was doing my thing out there. And then I left there in ninth grade. So I went seventh, eighth, and ninth at the Fessenden School, which is in like West Newton, Massachusetts, like right outside of Boston. And I went to Blair Academy in Jersey. So
So take me to like how was your transition from leaving middle school going into high school now? Like your freshman year, your eighth grade summer going into high school. How was it for you? Like leaving middle school going into high school. How was that transition for you?
the school that I went to, they went to ninth grade. So I did seventh, eighth, and ninth in the same school, and then I left and went to Blair in 10th grade.
Your sophomore year, right? It's your
Yeah, my
sophomore year.
sophomore year.
Correct.
And it was a transition, man, because at the junior boarding school that I went to in Massachusetts, it was an all boys school. Then when I got to Blair, it was co-ed. So now you start adding you know, you adding females into the mix. And then, you know, Blair is a like prestigious like basketball school. So everybody
Oh,
that was going there,
yeah,
yeah.
got a lot of time.
Yeah, so everybody that was there, they was, you know, everybody was tough. It's like, nah, ain't no slouches here for real. And you know, Malcolm Pope. I don't know if you know Malcolm, my man Snoop.
It's all, of course, I know Snoop. He
Yeah, all
from Fat
right. Yeah, yeah.
Harlem,
So yeah, so Snoop was there, and you know he was the number one like eighth grader or something in the city at the time. So
He was tough. He was
yeah,
tough.
yeah. Snoop was real. He was really the first person like that showed me how to like really work out like a structured like workout. I would work out with him and it was like structured, like nah, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. So then I kinda took what he was teaching me and I just ran with it. And
Yeah, people don't realize in New York we got there's so many dogs I can name. My truck Brian, truck was stuff with the same Ray. Truck,
yeah,
that's my guy. Truck.
Truck the homie too. And
Yeah, so like yeah, so yeah, sophomore year, how was it for you? Your sophomore junior year, how was the years for you?
sophomore year was tough. I ain't gonna lie. Um I just wasn't mature enough yet. So we would have like we would have film. I'd be laughing in film at dudes. Like dudes be making mistakes. I'm laughing. So the coach actually kicked me off the team. Like he kicked me off. I had to go play JV. So um I started off on varsity, got kicked off, played JV. Then my junior year when I came back, I was more locked in. You know what I mean? I had matured a little bit more. I was like more focused. and I was cooking on JV. Like it was clearly like too easy for me. You know what I mean? But he was just trying to teach me a lesson. And I just put my work in that summer, and then my junior year, I started getting, I got way better my junior year. Like between my sophomore year and my junior year, I got way better. And I was working out with this dude in Jersey, dude named Rich Leary. He passed away a couple years ago, but he was
Yeah,
Jason Williams that
condolences.
went to Duke and played for the Bulls, got into the motorcycle accident.
Right.
Yeah, so Rich Leary was his coach. So I used to be in the summer, I used to be in Jersey just working out with him like all summer. And he really helped me like get right. I ain't gonna lie. He helped me get right.
So, yeah, so how was it your junior year? How much was the average? How was your stats? How was your
Um
recruiting process? Your recruiting process going into your
so
junior
I
season?
started picking up some like D2 offers my junior year. Um I think I was averaging maybe like 11 points. Like I wasn't going crazy, you know what I mean? But I was good enough that schools started like noticing or recognizing the talent. Like, all right, like this kid might have something. And then after my 11th grade year, I
I know your senior. That's when the offer started coming. I know your senior, you going crazy.
yeah, so the but what's crazy is that from after my 11th grade year, I was working, like, I started working out with the dude, Rich Larry, but I was working out twice a day, bro. I was working out in the mornings. I was working out with this dude, Andre Britton. So I was going to, it was called Reebok Sports Club at the time, but it's Equinox now on 67th and Broadway. And I would work out there in the mornings, but it would be killers in the workout. I'm talking about like Charlie Villanueva was there. Joakim Noah pulled up a few times. Um, Gavin Grant, Brian Lang,
You had to hit him.
Delroy James. Like I'm
You
talking
had to
about,
hit him.
yeah, like it was a whole bunch of killers I was working out with. So I would do that workout, and then I leave. I hop on the train, go to Jersey. Then I work out in Jersey, and then I'll take the train back to the crib. And I was doing that every day, damn near like the whole summer. And then I had finally started playing like AAU. So like that's why I say my route has been kind of crazy because I didn't grow up like playing AAU a lot. Like I played AAU for real. I went to one tournament in Vegas my 11th grade summer, and I went to Easter Invitational for one session my my junior year, like going into my senior year. And I picked up like within that summer, I picked up like it started getting crazy a little bit. Like that's
Like
when
what?
the
Like what? Tell
D1s.
me what schools you had looking at. You got high major, mid major.
It was a lot of mid majors, like a lot of the teams in the MAC, some A10 schools. Um, I was getting a lot of interest from like high major schools, but before my senior year even started, I committed. So I committed and signed to Canisius before my I even played a game in my senior season.
That's D1, right? That's a D1
Yeah,
school.
they in the MAC, so they with St. Peter's, Iona, Marist. I think Quinnipiac is in that conference now. They weren't at first, but Riders in that conference. Like it was a solid conference. You know what I mean? Like especially when I committed to go there. But I was just so much better my senior year than I think anybody expected me to be. That had we known that, I probably would have went to a different school.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
So, how was that transition leaving high school going into college now your collegiate career? Like, how was that
um
transition? At each level you got to adjust
right,
at each
right.
level.
So coming in, bro, my high school coach, like to me, bro, I ain't gonna lie, my high school coach probably one of the best coaches I've ever played for in my life. Like he's really like that. And going into college, I felt like I was prepared. You know, like I was. It wasn't anything that I didn't really know. Is in terms of like defensive schemes or how to, how to play on offense. Like I knew all of that stuff. We had been taught that stuff. But the adjustment in college was just more for me. It was like I just had too much freedom. Like it ain't you don't really have nobody telling you what to do. It's kind of like, nah, you just out here. So my freshman year, I was kind of turned, bro. Like I'm going out a lot.
He was at Canisius all 4 years, or you
I was
transferred?
at
He was
Canisius
there
all
all
4 years, bro. So I was going,
so,
yeah, I was turned up, bro. I'm going out a lot. We got 6 a.m. workouts. I'm coming in at 1 o'clock, waking up at 6, trying to work out. Like, so that was the adjustment for me. Like, just like, all right, you got to lock in on basketball. And then my freshman year, I didn't really play that much. I averaged like maybe 4 points my freshman year, maybe a little bit less than that. And then I had came home and one of the homies that I had played for, like, if you're from the East Side, bro, then you went to like Boys Harbor and played for like the Shooting Stars. It was like anybody who was any good at all went to Boys Harbor and played for the Shooting Stars.
y'all also got somebody else from the East Side that's like that you might be familiar with. Jesse Sapp, the
Just
Georgetown.
bro, Jesse Sepp, like I've known Jesse Sepp since elementary school.
He was tough.
Yeah,
Jesse
bro.
Sapp was tough.
Yeah, him, Jeremy Hazel. Like we all grew up within like a 6 block radius, basically. So they were a little bit older than me, so they were like the dudes that I kind of looked up to from the East Side. You know what I mean? Like outside of like Steve Burr and like Kiki, like from the West, like on the East Side, like
I mentioned Maul earlier.
yeah, like on the East Side, it was really like Jesse and Jeremy, and those were the dudes that I like. I was like, nah, I gotta figure out how I could at least be on that level.
Jesse Sapp was making noise.
Yeah, he 100% should have been in the league, 100%.
He was
You know,
making noise for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when I got back to continue my story, so when I got back to the crib, I was talking to my coach from the Shooting Stars or whatever. He basically told me like, yo, you bullshitting. You know what I mean? Like, yo, get to work. So I made a crazy leap from my freshman year in college to my sophomore year in college. I went from averaging like a little under 4 points to averaging like 12 points a game. And then from there it was like it was up after that. Then um
Outside.
yeah, then from sophomore year to my junior year, I think I was averaging like close to 14 points a game. And at that time the MAC was tough, bro. Like it was a lot of dudes from the city. Um, I don't know if you know Antoine Pearson, like Daryl Crawford, Jamel Ferguson, Scott Machado ended up playing at Iona. Um, I don't know, it was just some dogs in the conference, bro. Like the MAC was solid. And from there I ended up being named like to the second team all conference. And then my senior year, one of our one of the coaches that was really like messing with me heavy, he left and went to a different school. I think he went to UNC Charlotte or UNC Greensboro or something like that. And our coaches kind of switched things up a little bit. So it was like we had to make an adjustment. So I went from averaging almost 14 points to averaging like 11 points my senior year, which kind of hurt me when I was trying to go overseas because a lot of agents and teams was trying to figure out like, yo, why'd you go from averaging 14 to 11? Like, what happened? And nothing really happened. It was just I wasn't getting the same shots that I was the year before. So everything was the same. My percentages were the same. Like everything was basically the same. It was just now I'm taking less shots than I was the year before.
Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie, that's dope. That's dope. So
Yeah.
even your senior year. I wasn't for you like making a transition to being a professional athlete? Did you work off any NBA teams? Got an NBA tryout, G League
Nah,
tryout?
none
How
of
was
that,
it?
bro. I honestly had to get it out the mud, bro. Like after I graduated, I didn't even get a job or like to go overseas. I was at the crib for a year before I got my first contract. So that whole year, bro, I'm working. I'm doing some stuff with the Knicks. I'm doing some training.
You worked
But
out with the Knicks? Worked out with a
nah,
couple NBA teams?
I didn't even work out with the Knicks. I was working for the Knicks. Like I was doing like basketball camps and basketball clinics and all that with the Knicks. But I was just doing stuff that allowed me to stay around basketball. So I was just going. I was playing everywhere, bro. Any tournament in the city, any tournament anywhere,
We're
like in
gonna
the
get into
city.
that. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that soon too. All right, we'll
Okay,
definitely get
yeah,
into.
yeah, fact.
All
Yeah, after I graduated, I went to a camp in Vegas that I had signed with an agent. I went to his camp in Vegas and I was cooking in the camp, bro. But I don't know, I didn't get a deal. Like I didn't really get a solid deal that year. So I kind of was at the crib, like I said, just working out, working, trying to figure out like how I could get on. And I was just I just was playing everywhere, bro. Like literally
professional
everywhere.
basketball. I ain't gonna lie. Professional basketball is the most political at
Yeah,
all levels. Professional basketball is very political.
it is, man. It is. It's
Everybody trying to get a job. Everybody get a job. Everybody trying to get to this place. Niggas want to make it to the NBA.
right.
Like it's a very political. It's very political.
Yeah, and then you got some dudes that may be more talented, but attitudes play a role in that. Like, we rather have this dude because we could deal with his attitude. Or, I mean, we'll talk about that when we really get into it. But um,
So,
yeah. So the first year I didn't get a deal, and like I said, I was just hooping everywhere, and I ended up playing in this joint called the Red Bull Midnight Run, and the people that hosted the like tournament, they had me as like the spotlight player for the tournament. And the team I was playing on, bro, we literally ran the entire night. Like we probably lost one game the whole time we played there. So um a team from Germany saw me playing in it and was, hit me up on Facebook and was like, "Yo, are you still hooping? Like, are you interested in playing in Germany?" And that literally came after I had told myself and my girl at the time, like, yo, if I don't get a job going into like this second year, then it's quiet. You know what I mean? Because it's like two
you
years.
playing? You playing top of the
Nah, I didn't. I started off in the third division in Germany. Yeah, bro. I started in the Pro B and Pro B Germany. That was my first job. And from there, I ain't gonna front. I went crazy in that joint, bro. Like it was me and one
So you
other.
know, if you're killing overseas, they move you up. You move up
Yeah,
overseas. It's
bro.
like college.
Yeah, so that year I killed, and um I had like choices of where to go. So I could have stayed in Germany and played in the top league in Germany, but the money wasn't all that. So I decided to go to Bosnia. And the jump that I made from playing in the third division in Germany to playing in where I was playing in Bosnia was like something that was unheard of because they offered me a 3-year contract and I went to playing like it's like an international cup. It's the Adriatic League. So at the time when I was playing in it, it was like the Euro League, Euro Cup, and then you could say either the Adriatic League or the VTB, which are like they were the top four like international tournaments in Europe. So I went from playing third division to playing in like basically one of the best leagues in Europe. And
That's
then
dope. That's dope.
yeah, bro, like it was a crazy jump and it was a crazy adjustment for me because when I was in Germany, the coach just kind of gave me the keys and was like, "Yo, just do you." You know what I mean? Like just do you. And then when I got to
Yeah,
Bosnia, it was like the European players were just as good as the imports. So they
yeah,
wanted
and
the
then playing
ball.
overseas.
You feel me?
Yeah, and
Like,
then playing overseas, you gotta it's culture shock because the time zone's different. You're away from home. Everything
yeah.
is a tradition. The culture is different. Overseas, a huge culture shock.
Yeah, bro. And I try to tell a lot of the young dudes that I talk to now that like they have aspirations of playing overseas. I kind of have to tell them the mental, like that side of it, like how mentally strong you got to be because a lot of the times you end up spending, you by yourself, bro. You end up spending a lot of time alone. A lot of your homies from the crib, like when everybody is up and talking or watching this or watching that, like the time zone plays, that plays a part in everything. Then you might end up in a country where they don't really speak English like that. You going to order food, they messing your order up. Like, so it could get kind of tricky, man. So I try to, when I'm talking to the young fellas, man, I try to help them understand like that aspect of it because a lot of the times they don't really hear that part of it. They just hear like, yo, I'm gonna make bread, like the joint's gonna be on me, but it's more to it than that. It's a big sacrifice, man.
All right, so now let's get into some basketball topics now.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
now,
yeah.
now, now we got to. So give me your top five NYC streetball basketball tournaments, right? In New York City, of all
Top
time.
five, top five street ball tournaments all time.
In New York City,
Um, I would say Dykeman.
yeah, Dykeman is definitely number one. I
Yeah.
would throw Zone Six. I would throw Zone Six in there for sure.
Okay. See,
Gersh,
I haven't played in Zone Six.
got Zone
Yeah.
Six be lit. Be
Yeah.
active, bro.
Now some of the homies be playing in Zone Six, and that they be saying that it's lit.
Nah, you
Um.
got to slide. You got to slide
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay. So I would say Dykeman. I would say Gersh. I'm talking about recently though, like Dykeman, Gersh. Um. Hoops in the Sun. I haven't played in Zone Six, so I can't really speak on Zone Six.
You got to slide to Zone Six. You got to slide.
Um. Damn, in the city. What else? What else is lit in the city? Um, oh, Pro City.
Bro, City be active.
Yeah, Pro City is active. And I feel maybe like Rucker might still be up there. Like Rucker used to be way more lit.
You know what tournament? You know what another tournament that
Oh,
be
Queen
active
of
in the
Harlem,
game?
bro. Queen of
And
Harlem.
Kingdom. Kingdom be active too.
Yeah, Kingdom just got back. So when I was really outside, bro, like when I was playing outside as a youngster, Kingdom used to be crazy, bro. Like it's starting to get that old feel back, but yo, it used to be so wild in Kingdom, bro. Like, I feel like now they trying to bring that like essence back, but it hasn't gotten to that point yet. You know what I mean? Like, it's getting back there, but the way Kingdom used to be back in the days, bro, it was crazy. Between
Hell, yo,
Kingdom
the
and
voice of
Rucker,
Harlem, the voice of
from
Harlem,
yo,
the voice
remember,
of Harlem, we have
yeah, and Voice of Harlem from the East Side too. So
the voice of Harlem, shout out the voice of Harlem.
yeah, but yo, I don't know if you old enough to remember how crazy Rucker used to be to get into. Like it used to be a line down the block around the corner, and then that was the times where everybody was wearing white tees. So it was like, yo, if you didn't come with a crispy white tee, Booby Smooth was on the mic, he was gonna roast you. So Rucker was a vibe, bro. Like it used to be crazy up there.
So we starting to run out of time, so I'm about to make it probably one more topic before we get out. We running out of time now.
Right, right, right.
All right, so one last topic. So what's next for you now in basketball for as a professional athlete?
Um, right now I'm just waiting on my next contract. I got some other stuff going on. I started a little um not necessarily a clothing line, but it's called Dropping Jewels. So I do got merch. I'll let you see my shirt right here. Right. So I'll be doing
I
that
need,
on the
I need
side.
a shirt on a medium. I need a shirt on a medium.
Yeah, heard you. I got you. I got you.
Copy. Go
That and
on a
then
medium.
Yeah, yeah, and then I'm really heavy into investing in the stock market and all that, but I'm working out every day, bro, just waiting for my next contract. I've been playing in the Middle East for the last maybe 6 years, 7 years. So they start a little bit late. And yeah, that's really it, bro. Spending time with my family.
Nice. All right. So I appreciate you coming on my platform, sharing your journey, story.
Yeah,
We
bro.
gotta come. We gotta do one in person. No, next time we gotta
Yeah,
definitely do
facts,
one in
bro.
person.
Yeah, yeah, facts. We'll definitely we'll set that up.
I'm
I'm
gonna, I'm
about to
gonna
slide
talk to
to
you after this,
Canada.
though.
What happened?
I'm gonna talk to you after this, though, for sure. I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah, yeah, nah, definitely, bro. You got my contact. I'm gonna make sure you take my number and we could really, chop it up for real and figure out, when
Nice,
we could do this again.
so I appreciate it. Thanks for watching Strictly Basketball Podcast, episode 22. With my special guest, and basically tell the words I people to follow you right on social media.
Yeah, at Julius Coles, JULIUS_COLES on Twitter. Jules JULZ_COLES and Facebook Julius Coles, man. Tap in, bro.
You can follow me at Strictly Basketball Podcast on Instagram. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. Know the vibes.
Where I
We out.
appreciate you for having me,
I
bro.
appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Where